Alrighty. Oh, whoops.
Other than outright
Oh,
sadness.
and that's the wrong picture. I knew I was forgetting something. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. Ah, damn it. I knew I was forgetting something else, too. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Shit. Okay.
Tisk tisk.
This is fine. This is fine. Probably
Oh,
fine. Not very fine, but this is fine. This is
this
fine.
is highly unprofessional.
Highly
Nah,
unprofessional.
come on.
It's been a while since I've done this, so it's, I did not set this up the way I wanted
It's
to.
been 69 episodes, Sin. Get a hold of yourself.
Look, last time we did this, I didn't have the server open, so I forgot to do the thing, and me forgetting to do the thing makes I consistently forget to do the thing. Chat on.
That's it. I want to talk to the producer.
Hi, I'm the producer. How you doing?
I was promised professional level.
Too bad.
We have to end the series today because it's 69. We either stop at 69 or we go all the way to 420, guys. There's no in between anymore.
I don't have enough brain power to do up to 420.
All right.
And just immediately puts us in the final boss battle at the gates of Haven.
Would you all like to die? No, too bad.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
don't
Shifting
know.
Fates' final boss came basically out of nowhere because we needed to quickly end the series as well.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it would be an epic way for the entire party to go out if the elves had finally had enough of Haven's shit and just invaded for no reason.
Jesus. Look, I have a lot of shit for you guys. Don't worry about it. We'll get there.
Let me put it this way: probably one of the first D&D, probably still the only real D&D podcast I've been watching that I am not actively a part of. Actually, a few episodes away from their final episode, or from the final confrontation, literally was they dragged themselves out of the Feywild to find literally the hub town is under attack by what is essentially the equivalence of the Nazis in their world. And the entire rest of the episode was dragging their way over to their home country to go put down the god they were worshipping, which turned out to be the literal embodiment of the end of the world.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, is this? Okay.
Pretty dense 2 episodes.
Sounds like it.
I mean, right now the only
All
one left that I'm watching that obviously I'm not a part of is campaign 4 right now. Over at Critical Role, and
thank you, Wood.
It is fucking wild. You have to watch it from the beginning. You won't understand anything if you don't.
I appreciate the bits, Wood. All right. Well, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, dear spirits, and welcome to Tables of Tartarus, a division of Purgatory Corner where fate is bound by dice and stories are carved into eternity. I'm your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today I'm here with my absolutely lovely friends, Ania, Cyril, Gelmar, Dakota, and Aldith. Hi.
Hello. Greetings.
Hello.
Yeah, players and heroes. If you guys want to check them all out, please do so. Their links are inside the chat right there. If you guys want to check out any of the heroes that we have today, check them out there as well. Welcome in Azario. Congrats on getting first. Welcome in Ray. Welcome in Creeper. Congrats on getting a 50 stream streak, Creeper. That's crazy. Welcome in Azeroth. Welcome in Wood as well. Didn't give me time to type. Look, I'm good at what I do. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be continuing the tale of Tyrant's Wrath. So take your seat to the table and let the thread's destiny unravel before you. Every story's reader, you should always share your stories. If you have not seen the rest of our series that we've had before this point, this is episode 69. Feel free to check out Tables of Tartarus, where the entire series is over there, as well as the sister campaign, King's Kindness, that we do on Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST with an entirely different group of folks at roughly the same time in the same world. Alrighty. We're going to be going through our, do you guys prefer doing the recap first? Do you guys prefer doing the question first, the session prompt first?
I think the prompt's better first.
Yeah.
I think the prompt being first is better because that way you go straight from the recap into roleplay.
Okay. Okay.
Question. I know it's not exactly the standard way, but can I, in this case, just simply go first because the cat he's scratching at my leg again.
I am
Absolutely.
Just simply so I
delighted.
can go
I am
quickly.
delighted.
Just simply so they can go quickly get let out.
You're more than fine. We can totally start with you. Alrighty. If you guys have not seen our session prompts before, they are a way for us to get a little bit more into your character and a little bit more into you as a player as well, especially depending on the prompt. All the different prompts either have a relation towards you as the person, you as the character, or both in total. So if you guys are interested in using them for your own characters as well, for your OCs, for your D&D characters, or for something entirely unrelated that you just want to get a little bit more into your headspace of, such as for a book character, you're welcome to use the prompt. You're welcome to type the prompt into the chat as well if you'd like to. It's entirely up to you guys. The prompt for today is, Galmar, what is a habit your character has picked up over the years, and why did it stick with them?
I'd probably have to say Gelmar being an alcoholic. Realistically speaking, he began his journey as his first steps as a humanoid. He did in a dwarven civilization, and as part of what is typical for silver dragons, his primary drive was to understand their culture and its people.
Mhm.
So he ended up starting by following a band of dwarves that he found a strong liking to over to the bar, and they ended up drinking together for like off and on for like days. And it's kind of something that he's been keeping up because he's recognized it as a demonstration of revelry and celebration, as well as an easy way to loosen up at the end of a long, hard day. And it's still a general tendency that he's been holding on to this day.
I like it. Alrighty. Ania. Same question for you. What is a habit that your character has picked up over the years, and why did it stick with them?
So I think one of Ania's prominent habits, which I do tend to emphasize, is her holding on to her staff and using her staff as an extension of herself. She doesn't particularly like touching people or touching even other objects, because she doesn't feel very grounded in the world. And that's also extended to her using her magic to like glide along the ground instead of just walking like a normal person. She just doesn't feel very grounded, and so she's always like kept close, uses her staff, uses objects she's holding as extensions of herself, and is just very like feels weird if she touches anyone, like, oh, I'm too present right now.
Interesting. Okay. Cyril, what is a habit that your character has picked up over the years, and why did it stick with them? You're muted, Cyril.
I think the biggest one is that still that tendency to kind of just wander off and go off on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Which ironically isn't how he was brought up. It wasn't how he was trained. He was trained to work in a unit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just been the years of doing what he's been doing. He doesn't really, it doesn't occur to him to think about the consequences of going off on his own. He just does. And it has really been the party kind of pulling him away from that habit.
Okay. I like it. Dakota, what is a habit that your character has picked up over the years, and why did it stick with them?
I'm gonna go with Dakota fidgeting with his gun whenever he's like thinking about something or is anxious. He just kind of has a tendency to like fidget with the little mechanisms, the little the little bits. And I think it comes from the idea that the gun is a sort of a grounding thing or a sense of odd comfort.
Mhm.
I think it comes from the years that he spent with it, like basically being like his only like real possession in a way.
Mhm.
It's like the thing that he always had, no matter what else, you know.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Mhm.
All right. Aldith, what is a habit that your character has picked up over the years, and why did it stick with them?
So one that I've mentioned before is like if Aldith is like looking like deep in thought or she's looking for guidance, she'll like reach for her amulet and like either grip it like her holy symbol. She'll grip it and she'll like either like rub her thumb along it or she'll just hold it really tightly. But one that I think I haven't really talked about or been able to like show off a little bit is the fact that she actually has a dagger, and if she gets bored she will pull it out and just flip it around.
I like that. I also find it very funny that she just hasn't gotten like that bored because you're all constantly doing stuff.
She's
Tell me-
constantly going through emotional turmoil and therefore she cries more than she uses her dagger.
Tell me she does the dagger dance.
I have no idea what
That's
that is.
the
here.
stabbing between your fingers, right?
I have
Oh, like all my fingers, the knife goes chop, chop, chop. Yeah. Oh, I fear she probably wouldn't. I don't think she would do that, but she definitely like would have like thrown it up in the air and went to catch it and caught the blade instead of the.
It'd be
Oh.
really funny if she learned to do that because she can just heal herself.
Oh my gosh, that would be really funny.
I can feel anything.
It's like, oh hey, the cut's gone. That's weird. Doesn't even think about it.
Stabs right in where in your palm. I can fix that. All
Hal
right.
was just like, listen, young lady. I'm sick and tired of fixing this shit.
God damn it! How dare! Alrighty.
Where's gloves?
Well, thank you all
Hurting yourself.
for your answers for the prompt. And again, if anybody wants to use these prompts inside of their own campaigns or in their own stories or anything of that sort, absolutely feel free to do so. It is a way for you to get more into your character's headspace, and it helps you both as a player and as a DM and as a writer as well. So feel free to use them as much as you'd like. Ania, do you want to do the recap?
My notes is about 5 sentences long and has nothing to do with what happened.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
That's
can
fair.
attempt though. I'll just go ahead and start and everyone can like correct me as I go. Feel free to butt in and all that
Mhm.
jazz. So I believe last time we started out with everyone finally catching up. Oh, actually, no, we started with Galmar and Cyril confronting first, perhaps. That could have been the session before last.
Nope, Gelmar confronting Cyril was how we started.
Mm-hmm. And Cyril had just absorbed or allowed the sin of wrath, the embodiment of wrath, to take hold in him on the condition that when he dies, he'll be able to. Wrath will take over the body and become the new Cyril. And half of the session was spent with everyone interrogating Cyril hardcore, trying to find out the specifics, scolding him for accepting a deal when the Sin of Wrath could have lied. Cyril did also make sure the Sin of Wrath was made a deal to not harm any of the party members if that did happen and they were around. So they're not able to unless they can find a loophole of some kind, which everyone was like, what if he finds a loophole, you stupid idiot? So everyone was basically scolding. Aldith was not scolding. Aldith was very quiet, and she listened to everyone else talk to Cyril. And eventually she just walked off, which Ania noticed, but did not intervene, allowed her to walk off. Eventually everyone got tired of not getting through to Cyril and sort of decided to make camp, especially since Aldith wasn't there and Sapphire was also still recovering from touching the stone that Wrath had been in previously. Ania made sure to study the stone. They found it had been there for a couple hundred years, which Ania found particularly strange, because she believes this whole sin thing was more of a recent development, and this indicates otherwise. Aldith did not come back after some time, so Ania, assuming Aldith was still quite angry at her, decided that it would actually be best if Gelmar went after Aldith to comfort her. So she eventually found Gelmar, woke him up, and sent him on his way to Aldith, where he did find her, and they had a very touching heart-to-heart, I believe. You two can go into that more detail if you would like. I forget the specifics of what they went over.
I mean, half of what Gelmar was saying is, it's not your fault that this happened. In a lot of ways, it was my fault because I was right next to him and didn't think about the consequences. And then he proceeded to reveal that he was a dragon to her.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Which cheered up Aldith immensely.
He's a sky puppy.
Sky puppy.
Boy puppy.
And I believe Aldith also asked Gelmar to carry her back.
Mm-hmm.
Then back at camp, Dakota, still not feeling assured about everything, summoned his patron, what is the patron called?
The dealer.
The dealer, yes. Summoned up the dealer using Cyril's helmet, which he very politely asked Cyril for, and Cyril's like, yeah, sure, here you go. Because Cyril was feeling very introspective and actually took his helmet off for once. So Dakota summoned the dealer and talked with her a while, but they were not really seeing eye to eye on what they were trying to get across discussion-wise. Ania ended up seeing the shenanigans and walked over to try and be a translator for the two. And ended up very much surprising the dealer, as dealer offered Ania a deal. And Ania was like, I'm not interested, which shocked the patron so much that Ania's probably going to be in trouble later, but not for now. She's scot-free.
Dealer just like, wow, you don't have any like material desires. You don't not really feeling it. That's weird.
And Ania was like, oh, I do. I just plan to solve them myself without anyone's help. And she was like, that's crazy. Okay, well, you know where to find me if you change your mind.
It's wild, bruh.
And if you want to go more into what Dakota was feeling with the dealer, you can.
I'd say that I think Dakota really wanted to know what the effects of the deal with Wrath were going to be on Cyril. Just like, you know, like the side effects, what the loopholes might be, all of that. Dakota wanted to know that, like, when Cyril like dies and then Wrath takes like his body, what's gonna happen to what's gonna happen to his soul, and all of that. I think that Dakota wasn't necessarily like reassured, but like at least didn't get any imminent sense of danger. So Dakota's probably gonna be keeping an eye on Cyril for the most part.
So after that, they headed back, but before they could get back there, while they were in the midst of walking, Gelmar and Aldith arrived first, and sneaking up on the pretending to be asleep Cyril, Gelmar did a nasty trick where he basically, what did Gelmar use exactly?
It's a racial ability for Dragonborn called metallic breath. Specifically, it's the enervation breath variation. Normally it's meant to immobilize and make someone incapable of action, but I figured since Cyril was he's still actually tired, even if he was trying to pretend and he was awake, so I just figured knock him out and see if actual sleep takes over.
Yeah, so Gelmar and Aldith basically had the sneaky plan of knocking Cyril the heck out. Not to harm him, just so he can actually get some sleep, because they're tired of Cyril not sleeping. And I think that's where we left off. Ania and Dakota were just arriving on the scene.
Yeah. So as you
Probably just in time to
guys,
see Kelmar laying on top of the golden crystal he sealed him in.
Yes, that too.
Gelmar had just knocked me out, and you guys desperately wanted to ask me something. I remember that.
Oh, what was it? I don't remember exactly, but I'll figure it out.
Right? Like all I could imagine was you guys coming around the corner, like, yeah, we'll just talk to Cyril, and just, aww.
son of a bitch.
Knocked him out. God dang it.
Yeah. So as you guys
Wow.
kind of come back into the main area, of all of you guys more or less in the same area now. Gelmar is kind of wrapped around the gold encasement of Cyril, just like he did with Ania a few episodes ago. And Aldith, I would say Aldith, you're probably like standing there like, yeah, we did that. He's asleep. Fuck you.
Accurate. I have a question. I have a
Uh-huh.
question though.
What's up?
Does she still have like her wings out, or do we think she's calmed down enough that she doesn't
It would
have them
taking you
out?
guys a little bit to get back, so you would have gone down by this point, and your wings would have
Cool.
retreated.
Cool beans.
Yes, Dakota and Nia, you both come back to see just generally that site.
Oh. Why is Cyril in crystal? I think that's the. Is this the same kind of crystal that encased Ania?
Mm-hmm.
Above Ging as it
I
was.
Oh, was that Dakota said that out loud?
No. That was me out of character asking, but I think this that's the same kind of crystal to drag you back in from. What? I was in a crystal? When? Does Dakota actually remember the context?
You would, yeah, back when you guys were dreamwalking.
Yeah. It was when you and Gelmar were out in the woods while we were at Dreamwalking, and I went to get firewood and stuff, and you were just in that crystal. Oh, pretty. But why is Cyril in crystal? I have no idea. Gelmar, why is Cyril in crystal?
And she'll like walk
It's-
over.
I didn't see it likely he would go to sleep at that on some level of the trick. And I needed some way to make sure that he wasn't going to move too much while he's out cold.
Oh, do you think he can be possessed when he's asleep?
No, but I'm pretty sure if he did wake up immediately, he'd get a pretty thorough ashing.
She like squints, trying to like parse what Gelmar said. Looks like she's having difficulty.
This is some kind of forced nap. Forced nap.
No, never mind. I guess that would make a lot of sense. Are you familiar with metallic dragon breath?
No, dragons don't exist, silly.
Sorry, I
She
meant
looks-
to say dragonborn,
Oh, okay.
and that is above game. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
I said
yeah.
dragonborn. My bad. Well, let's just say a few of our tribes have a couple magical influences to that breath. And one of them, it works like a pretty strong narcotic, basically.
Anya wanders off to the pack supplies, and she comes back and goes to like pull a blanket over the crystal.
Aww,
Aww.
that's cute.
Well,
Yo,
good
Mark,
night.
singing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is the first good night he's had in like, what is it? How many nights can we actually say that he did sleep?
Well, unless he gets night terrors when he sleeps, in which case I hope he's lucky tonight. Hope you're
I
having
never thought about that.
hope you're having good dreams in there, sir. cuts to the dream. Incredibly unpleasant.
Very unpleasant dream.
Just
Side of
stab the
his
dream,
dream.
just like stab the dream, just like playing the equivalent of first-person Doom.
No. First
Just-
person Doom traumatized me as a kid.
Just sheer darkness, and then you just see him like rolling across the sky, just spinning like Sonic, but like sliding through the stars.
It's like
Just
that. It's like that YouTube gift with the like near
It's the neon cat.
that one.
it's neon zero.
Hold on, I need to go find that. One of my friends recently brought that back up recently.
My goodness.
It's all we see in his dream. It's just neon zero. Oh, beautiful. All right. So, what you guys plan to do? You guys gonna talk to each other? You guys have pretty much completed all the things that you were originally trying to do. Aside from get the boar back to
Haven.
the Haven, of course. Which you guys would know, relatively speaking, will take them probably another 2 days in order to actually get the cart and then come back. You guys could probably actually get to the boar, bring it halfway to Haven by the time that their folks would be there, based on your guys' just
Oh, you
general
get to meet them
knowledge of the
there.
area. Yeah. So if you guys want to, you could do that. Aside from that, there's not much that you guys haven't done at this point, at least that you can do currently before the tablet is restored. Aside from, talk to each other about future plans. But in terms like side quests, in terms of other quests that you guys have around, to the best of your guys' knowledge, there is not much that you guys haven't completed as of yet.
Yeah. For tonight, Ania's probably gonna go to bed unless someone catches her. So they're gonna take a week back. Sometime during that week, Ania's gonna talk to the party at large about the Roderick thing. Like before they reach Haven, so there's time for them to cool off before all this party, which I assume they're gonna have at Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Like breaking the bad news early.
Yeah, I think the only people who have like actively discussed a party was me and Gelmar, and we have not brought it up to Aldith yet.
Keep it a surprise. Keep it a surprise.
Yeah. And he'll
Fancy
just like
scrap.
bring it up during the week, so it's like before, like when nothing's going on. That seems like a good time to talk about it.
All right.
I don't
yeah.
know if anyone wants to talk tonight, though. Doth anyone desire to talk to any character tonight?
The only thing Cyril is saying right now is
Honk. He's doing the dad snore. That's the real reason that he has the crystal around him.
Yeah, I was gonna
We're
say, the next
muting
question is
his
how much
snores.
sound actually comes out of that thing, because it's not technically a material object.
there is a deep thrumming that is not escaping it. You can just feel the vibrations of his snoring.
Oh
I love
my
that.
gosh.
Finally, some peace.
All right. Is there anyone who wants to talk to each other tonight, or shall we move on to roughly halfway through the week?
Think of anything I need to.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to.
All righty.
Cool.
So we shall move to roughly halfway through the week. By this point, you guys have gotten the boar, most of the boar, into you guys' carriage again. Obviously, you still need some of your equipment, and you don't need all the pieces of the boar, or any piece that you don't bring with you. You second cart, or can be delivered later, or any other aspect of it. You guys have mostly gotten like the major parts of it that will almost certainly be usable for boar crafting from I can never remember her name. Greta. No, not
Big
Greta.
Ber-
Beta?
Bertha.
Bertha. Thank you.
Bertha.
Bertha. I have so many characters in my head at this point.
Big Bertha.
Right, Bertha. So you guys have gotten a good chunk of the boar in your stuff. There's obviously other routes they can take, and they can bring it back and forth. But you guys got a decent quantity inside of your cart and are bringing it with you. Whatever the druids have done to the boar, or maybe it was from Cyril taking the wrath inside of himself, the boar does not seem to be having any of that red wisp. It doesn't seem to be affecting the ride at all, to the best of your guys' ability to tell. Is a mostly slow journey. Obviously, the boar's weight is pretty substantial and does slow you down ever so slightly, but not excessively. And for the most part, you guys have just been kind of taking it leisurely. You don't really have any reason to rush. You have no reason to be quick about it or anything like that. So you guys just taking your time, heading down the roads. The weather is fair, slightly cold. The weather is slightly cold, so it is starting to get much chillier. You guys are slowly going to be moving into the month of Spectral, so the wind is picking up just a little bit. There's some wind chill going on. The clouds are definitely gathering a little bit, but for the most part, it's been sunny days or overcast days. About halfway into the journey, I'll say, probably 4 or so days into it, it's been decently nice. You guys got a couple days to probably meet whoever is that is coming towards you before you guys get to Haven. All that fun stuff.
At some point, because we're keeping it a surprise, I would have messaged the orc guard that was with the elder the first time that I met them.
Yeah.
Her. Because she seemed like she was next in charge.
More or less. She was a Swords Guild member as well.
I suppose I can forgive her of that. Yeah, I would have contacted her and with like the sending stone and explained Aldith completed rite of
Passage?
I think it's passage. I think that's the word. Rite of passage. Well, look, Aldith completed Goliath rite of passage. Need to celebrate Gelmar highly recommended celebrating it there.
Okay.
Want to surprise her, can you help?
Interesting. She will probably message back with, you would probably be able to tell slight confusion as to why you're messaging her specifically, but, yeah, she would probably message back, and her name, to the best of my memory, and from what I'm able to see from my notes here, is Lisa Foxfang. As to how she got the name Foxfang, you're not 100% sure. But she would probably reply with something along the lines of rite of passage, Goliath customs unknown, orc celebration can be done. When you get here, we'll complete her journey.
I would like to say thank you, but I do not have another sending stone.
That's fair.
And so,
That's
like,
fair.
the entire time on the way back, and it's probably been a little bit ham-fisted, been
Mhm.
trying to, like, figure out, like favorite things of Aldith's, like color and foods and stuff like that, and trying to like hint to Gelmar to send a message to to someone in the orc quarter to meet up with Liza.
Let's just casually be like, hey, Aldith, so, totally being a dad about this. What's your favorite food?
Yeah, like my favorite food is, what's everybody's favorite food? Like,
The casual small talk has it.
like super fucking forced, and I am not good at not being obvious about it.
At this point, I'm just half expecting that the only real contact Gelmar has is one of his blacksmithing buddies.
Oh
Or-
boy.
or Glenn's.
I mean, you've got that dude that you were dancing with. He seemed to like you.
That's
Oh,
fair,
wow.
but I don't even think he gave me his name, so I don't think I can actually contact him.
It's true. I do love the idea that Galwar is just like, huh, could do a whole drinking party. Does she do that?
Yeah.
Alright, so after several days of just random conversation and Cyril just being like, so my favorite food is...
Yeah.
just randomly popping up. I would say probably after a couple of days, Aldith, are you suspecting anything at this point, or you just entertained by the random questions from Dad Sama?
I feel like she may have an inkling, but is ignoring it to instead be optimistic and be like, he just wants to get to know, like, maybe me a little bit, because, you know, everything that we've been through, I've just been trauma dumping on these fuckers, so maybe maybe he wants to get to know me and not my trauma.
That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like that's what's happening a little bit.
Alright. So I would probably say, yeah, about day 4-ish of your journey back. You guys are going to be cresting into the new month here in just a minute. You guys don't know exactly when your tablet's going to recharge. So we're going to put a pin on to that until next episode. It will be recharged by next episode, but we'll put a pin on that one for now.
Yay!
But you
I
guys,
want to
you
make
know,
extra sure we don't blow up.
yeah. It'll be done when I say it's
Honestly, fair. If the rest of the party's setting something up to drop on her anyway, we probably want at least a day or two after we arrive back in Haven to prepare for that, like in-game time.
And so you guys are at the end of, let's say, day 4, and Dad has asked several questions of favorite food, colors, random toys, history of insert random thing here that he has in his pocket to try and make this desperately less awkward of him randomly asking questions. Somehow it works.
I definitely also outright asked her who she wants to work on that boar tooth.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Good.
No, go ahead, because I really don't know how to answer.
I was just gonna ask if Ania could have been wandering past a few of these conversations, and if I can roll an insight to tell what's going on.
Oh, 100%, yeah. You some match
That's
guys.
not... Something's going on. Something's happening.
Yeah,
I got a 20.
I'll do it.
Not natural, but I got a 20.
Unnatural 20. That will definitely do it.
You know what? I'm gonna roll deception anyway, just to see what happens.
If you get a natural 20.
I so desperately want to see a natural one.
Honestly, it would be funnier if it was a natural 20.
You'd have to figure out what you would what the deception would be.
That I'm just very interested in knowing more about everyone.
That's not bad. Yeah, it's
It doesn't beat a 20 though.
It's pretty close. So, if you're good with it, it can be like Ania has an inkling that it might be like she's not sure it's a party, but maybe she's like, oh, Cyril's like planning a gift or just doing something celebratory, but she doesn't know like the scope of it yet.
This is definitely like kind of familiar to how
Like the festival and all that.
Yeah, this is definitely familiar to how like openly secretive he was being when it came to the festival, and like when he didn't have a good way of lying, so he just lied badly to get you to go to the orc quarter to get measured for your armor.
Yeah.
Like when he's planning something, he's really bad at hiding it, but he still tries.
If he's planning something that is good, he's bad at hiding it.
Yes.
So she has an inkling, but she doesn't know the scope of what's going on yet. She won't intervene.
all right. So,
So,
the-
Aldith, who do you want to work on your boar-tooth sword?
Both me and Aldous say.
Your character not knowing is in character. It's
This is
okay
true.
to not know.
This is true.
Yeah.
I don't know, she'd probably look at Cyril quizzically and be like, I'm not sure. What do you have in mind? Please, give suggestions.
Well, I would personally suggest Bertha, but I also know that Gelmar and Boren can work together quickly. And I would actually turn to Gelmar. Do you think we'd be able to melt that armor down and use it to do something with her sword?
Above game, trying to figure out what kind of armor which armor you're talking about.
The black armor.
Oh, that's fair.
The anti-magic.
We can try, but it always had reshapen back into its original form immediately after we tried prying it apart in the first place. It would be a really interesting experiment to try, though. I'll have to run it by him.
An anti-magic sword that can fix itself does sound really sick.
It does sound really sick. I will say, at the mention of Bertha, Aldith's cheeks go a little pink.
I love that.
And I think I'd kind of lean into that one a little bit. Like, would you like to come with me when I get my new spear so you can see what that looks like?
She'll give like a shy little giggle and she'll be like, yeah, sure, that sounds cool. This is the most schoolgirl crush you have ever seen in your life.
We could do that, yeah.
Like, I don't have the facial features because it's just the helmet's back on. But even if I didn't have the helmet on, you wouldn't be able to see anything on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, good to know.
It's just like, yes, it's time to lots.
She's probably like absentmindedly twirling a piece of her hair. Like, yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do that.
Ania's like off in the distance squinting.
What are you planning, you old bastard?
Just stares intently like, I'll figure out your game, old man. Alright, dude. But yeah, you guys make camp again as per usual. Set up all your usual stuffs, in whatever ways you normally do camp, start making your food. The general routine that you guys have been gotten, used to over the last, couple of days heading back towards the camp. If you'd like, Ania, this can be the time that you're welcome to talk about the dark and gloomy, Roderick. Yes.
So, once camp is like generally set up, Ania is gonna head to the fire. She's gonna do a big wave with her staff, because it's taller than she is. And she's like,
I have something important to discuss that will probably get people mad at me.
Well, that's an extremely unnerving way to start a conversation.
That's how I
find
start.
it highly unlikely.
Oh,
what?
I find it highly unlikely that we wouldn't like you.
And Aldith tell that Ania's talking specifically about her.
You can roll insight if you would like.
Please.
Yeah, go ahead. Depending on what you get, I'll tell you. I'm very happy to. She won't try to deceive anything. I just want to see what you get.
Damn. Point 2.
Oh, that's really good. So Alda has been with the party for a little bit now, so she's gotten a little bit used to Ania's mannerisms. It is mostly to Aldith, but she can tell she's generalized nervous on how this is going to come across. But she definitely had like her eyes linger on Aldith a little bit more than just generally the rest.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And there's also just the more nervous she is about something, the more unnervingly happy she is. And you can take that going forward. Like, the higher the negativity, the even more extreme her happy is. That's her cope response.
Duly
Interesting.
noted.
Nervous grin and a laugh.
But yeah, she just waits for everyone to gather around. And
Dakota just like taps over. It's just like, I feel like someone has something to say that's gonna make someone mad like every couple days now. That does happen a lot. It's almost routine at this point. True.
Kelmar just like turns over to Cyril, just like, I wonder when the day will come that I have something that'll make people mad.
Foreshadowing is a plot device that
And I'm gonna look over and I'm gonna be like, I'm going to be honest with you. I have a hard time thinking any of you could say anything that would make me mad at you. Truly.
well, so
sparing Aldith here, we all know that we visited Roderick before,
And she like looks back to Aldith briefly.
and we know that he wants to blow up the Elven Kingdom. We talked about that, and I did say I would make sure he delayed that, so we wouldn't have to worry about that for now, right?
Okay.
So, before we left to the Druid camp, I contacted Roderick again, checking in. I told him that this coming month we would be able to go to the Elven Kingdom and we would be able to take care of the problem. Essentially, his response was that we have next month to figure it out. So, at the end of next month, he may try to blow up the kingdom.
Okay.
So essentially, once we use our teleportation device, Alda, do you know about the teleportation device?
Aldith, who has been looking stoic this whole time, just shakes her head no.
That's right. Oh my god.
Gonna have her fucking world rocked.
I'm so excited.
So we can go from here all the way to the Elven Kingdom in a day or less.
She'll just blink a few times, so she's struggling to process the information.
Ania gives like a thumbs up.
So we got a full month to do it. So don't worry about travel time.
I love the
She's like-
excitement that Aldith gives. It's just like, yes, we get to teleport. Everyone else just goes, should we say it's not 100% accurate? Hmm.
I just imagine Gelmar just like leans over to
Wasn't
her. And
asked.
like, I just imagine Gelmar just like leans over to Aldith and just whispers to her, "Don't eat too much that morning."
No hot dogs.
If Gelmar actually does that, she'll just be like, "Oh." And that's it. Just the softest little "oh" that comes out of her mouth.
Now, I do have good news. When we were at the Druid camp, I talked to Life Learner about this, and he had some really interesting insights. So, even if Roderick has a lot of magical power, there's no way he'd be able to do something as big as this unless there was some sort of third thing involved. For example, there might be some sort of explosives planted in locations around the city that could be set off by a magical trigger of some kind. So, even if we don't clear things up with Roderick, if we can find whatever this sort of explosive trigger whatever is, we can just disable his attack from the inside.
Why would we do that?
Adia closes her eyes in the worst grimace and just waits for someone else to speak up in response to that.
We also gotta remember in the kingdom that the other changelings that are in.
That isn't the only reason we don't want an entire kingdom to explode.
Yeah.
Cyril,
I,
not
I will
every-
say,
I
an important
am-
thing that Ania will know, whether she says this or not is up to her. You will know his intention is specifically the Obsidian Tower. Whether that's the only thing that he's planning to blow up is debatable, but that is his primary intention, is just the tower.
And the Obsidian Tower is basically the castle, the castle equivalent, or?
Yes, it's where all the the Elven Council is, where most likely the changelings are, and is where Dakota was, and is connected to the library as well.
So this is his 5th of November.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Whether he destroys the entire city as well is debatable. You're not 100% sure if he would go that far. He could, but the tower is the specifics that he was saying.
Specifically, he does want to focus on the Obsidian Tower, and what that is basically the equivalent of, you could say, the castle of the Elven Kingdom. It's also where, and she like gestures with her staff to Dakota, where if they are holding changelings, those would be. It's also where the artifact Roderick told us is likely to be. And Aldith, you don't know about that either yet, do you?
Once again, she will quietly shake her head no.
So, Roderick essentially told us that he believes that the Elven Council has gotten a hold of an artifact that is corrupting the hearts of anyone who is nearby or touches it. And so he believes the entire Elven Council, or at least a good portion of it, has been corrupted by this artifact. If we can remove the artifact or somehow undo whatever it's doing, he also will likely call off the attack.
I almost wonder if the crystal itself is related to whether or not the attack goes off. You don't think he's found a way to magically tap into that to engage his attack, do you?
And
We were previously told it's a very, very powerful magical power source, right?
it
Right.
sounds similar to the Sins, but I don't know if it is one. It had to have been around for a long time, and at first I thought that wouldn't be possible, but with the Sin of Wrath being trapped for hundreds of years, from what I could gather, it is possible. That could also be a leading cause for why the elves are acting up and doing all these things. As for if Roger could have tapped into that, I'm not sure.
But which one would it even be? My first bet would have been Wrath, but he was here.
I don't think that actually matters.
Oh, actually, oh, go ahead.
Nope.
All right. And he gestures towards Cyril. Didn't you say you could ask for information? Maybe you can get a confirmation if one is in the Elven Kingdom.
I could. I hadn't thought to ask that question. I will need a moment. I have never done this before. But as it stands, I think you all already know my thoughts on the matter. The changelings must be rescued, but
Also, Gelmar's sister.
that's right.
And whoever else might be hiding there. They might be hiding there. Sounds like they're storing almost everything in that one building.
It's a little bit
rescue
bigger
the-
than a building.
We rescue the innocents. And I think that let them be damned.
And I'm just gonna turn and I'm gonna try and find a quiet space to try and contact Wrath.
I will say that the last time that you guys saw the Gelmore's sister through Grimly, I believe, she was not in the tower. She was under the city.
I don't think they actually showed that memory to anybody else.
Everyone saw it, I thought.
I thought so
Yeah, it was
too.
a scry.
I thought it was sad. I don't remember anyone actually seeing what she looked like, though.
I don't think you guys saw your sister's appearance. I believe she showed you guys the cage with the cloth over it, and Gelmar, you remember her talking
Yeah.
about the cage. That was under the city.
In one of the ley line tunnels.
Yeah, that's what I remember her as well.
Yeah.
Because I think it like started out from a bird's eye view and then zoomed in past the buildings underneath the ground, sort of deal.
Now that being said, if the tower does violently explode and crumble, what's underneath the tower probably won't have a good time.
As well. Yeah.
So
I think that after Cyril walks away, Dakota like kind of hesitates for he says something like I think that I've been thinking about it for a while and thinking about what it was like in there. A lot of times I wanted worse to happen to those high elves, but the Obsidian Tower, it's high up. It's real high up. Whatever blows that tower up is gonna affect more than just there. The collateral damage, the debris, it'll affect more than just the people that hurt me, the people that knew. I'm not saying that every high elf is unknowing that but they should have the chance to know, the chance to change and not be hurt for things that they didn't do.
Heck, based on how tall the tower is, it's possible it might break beyond on the town's borders and hurt somebody outside it as well.
Even if we do not consider the explosion itself, the elves are going to find someone to blame, and it probably won't be Roderick. They'll probably think to Haven first, and even if people do know it's Roderick, I don't think the general populace will believe that one mercenary camp is capable of this. The war ramifications will be quite large.
The explosion won't change anything. They're just gonna assume that it wasn't their fault. They won't know what their leaders did. Everything will just get covered up.
I mean, I imagine the cover-up on some level anyway. Actually, above game, were we even told how much they have for distaste with regards to Haven?
The best of your guys' knowledge, the High Elves have a difficult relation with most races. The Haven is technically their closest relation in terms of niceties and stuff. It's one of the reasons why Alicia is over there so often, because she literally front leads that entire association. But generally speaking, especially in terms of the Starshout Kingdom's relation to Harmonious Haven specifically, they don't like that they are dealing with Haven. They believe themselves to be self-sustaining. They believe themselves to be separate from most, which is why they're structured the way that they are. They do have the Adventurers Guild in the front face of the kingdom, but generally speaking, you guys would know that they don't really like having to deal with other races, generally speaking.
But what would direct them to specifically point the hatred towards Haven for that? They could just as easily pick nearly any other race within the area.
It's closest.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose, but...
Very good point.
I suppose, but it still feels like... It still doesn't necessarily feel...
Ania looks to Aldith like she expects Aldith to be able to answer this better.
Liv is so deep in thought right now. Like she has she's white knuckling her little necklace. Like the hardest grip on this thing. She's like rubbing her thumb back and forth. Like if she, like, if it was any more, like, eroded and, like, spiky or something, she would have cut her thumb from how hard she's, like, pressing down and, like,
Mhm.
rubbing on this thing. She is very obviously looking for any guidance on even how to feel about the situation, let alone give more information.
Roderick did say he doesn't care if there are no casualties. He just wants to blow up the tower. If we can successfully evacuate it, then we don't have to necessarily worry about the explosion, though I think we still should. But doing that is pretty much impossible when it involves elves.
Hmm. And even if it wasn't an issue with that, we still wouldn't even know which direction the tower would fall.
Based on what you guys saw in his kind of flashback he showed you guys before Stillwater, he's not planning to blow up and make it fall. He's planning to slag it.
Yeah, like a giant fireball in the place, and then the fireball disappears, and it's a burnt crater.
Yeah. So in theory, there won't be a thing falling left or right, but he's
Falling.
planning on slagging it to the
Removing it.
ground, possibly with massive explosions, possibly with fireballs, possibly some other method. But his goal is to make it go from a tower to a mud pile, basically.
I'm just imagining him like
Hmm.
reviewing a catalog.
Yeah, he's basically trying to burn the foundations to the point that a building can't be built back on top.
Vaporize.
Mm-hmm.
How effective that's going to be is extremely debatable. But yeah. Well, especially without knowing his specific like methods and stuff, you guys have no idea how he's going to pull that off.
And Nia motions her staff towards Aldith and says,
There is the whatever number this is option, which Aldith has probably considered, going to Roderick's and beating him up so it doesn't happen at all.
Aldith will look up at that, sort of like a, oh shit, she's talking about me. Hi. Like, her expression is like, sort of like, it's serious. It's like stone cold. There's no emotion escaping from her expression as she pretty much delivers an ultimatum. None of you are to go to Roderick. That is my battle to fight. If anything, I want you all to set a perimeter, get any and all innocents out, and leave him to me.
You do know he's a couple weeks away, right?
And he's got her soul in there that's, well, not exactly an ally of his, but will probably also take offense to that.
How
She
far
sort of
is... Oh, good.
she sort of looks at them exasperated, like, let me just take out my vengeance, you guys. Oh my god. Like,
Why does it be so
Let
difficult?
just let me murder.
How long is the distance to Roderick's camps from the Elven Kingdom?
I know Sin is using the restroom, so.
Oh, okay, no problem. We can ask him when he comes back. Well, he'll probably hear this anyway.
Type in chat, Sin. Type
Has
in chat.
anyone like explained to Aldith just how powerful the
I might actually be able to do
vampire lord is?
I don't know
I
if
might
she
Does
knows
she know about the
Vampire
Vampire
Lord.
Lord?
I don't
I
think
might
she knows.
actually be able to do some level of a calculation for that right now. So, that's the wrong type of pointer. And I don't know how to remove that. Crap!
Wait, are you writing on the map?
I was trying to use a measurement on the map to try
Oh,
and
you were
just
trying
figure
to
out
see
how
how
far they
far
wanted.
it
Yeah, I don't
is.
think the map measurement is
It was like
accurate unless you count the spaces. Technically, the
It was like-
spaces are correct, but the
It was like a 2-week road from like Haven to their ruins over the course of that
It was a 2-week boat
distance.
ride. To get from
Yeah.
the Crimson Claw ruins all the way down to Shadow Claw, or sorry, Star Shadow, it's about a month journey on carriage. Same with Shadow Claw ruins to Harmonious Haven / Harmonious Haven to
I don't
Star
know.
Shadow
It honestly
Kingdom.
looks like it honestly looks like by boat it'd still be most of another 2-week road down the waterways.
Oh yeah, by boat
from
it's about, so if you go from Harmonious Haven to Shadow Claw or to Crimson Claw ruins, it's
Star Shadow.
about a 2-week journey. A little bit longer than 2 weeks, as you have to go up this straight right here. But you could also go from Shadow Claw ruins all the way to Star Shadow Kingdom through the edge here along a boat, and that'll probably take you about additional maybe a week or two. But if you went from carriage or on land from the Crimson Claw ruins to Star Shadow Kingdom, it would take you roughly a month.
Oh, actually, here's another thought.
Hmm?
Something that we didn't actually consider. Remember, the tablet that we have is 2 warps per month, not 1.
I think I don't think it restores 2 warps immediately. I think it's like, it's when you use the warp. So we don't get the second one for like another weekish.
Sorry, it was only a few days, if I'm even mistaken.
Is that just a straight refill?
To the best of
I don't
my
remember.
memory, it would probably be a straight refill of 2.
Slick.
Primarily because there is a very decent chance that you will not hit exactly where you want to go, for better or for worse. So it's there is danger to it.
Oh, crud,
So we
that's
will
right.
have
We didn't
2
even see...
available.
Actually, never mind. We saw Glimmer... No, it wasn't Glimmers. We saw... I cannot for the life of me remember the goblin's name.
Grimly.
We saw Grimly's image of the Star Shadow Kingdom. Would that be enough knowledge for us to teleport in the ballpark of where it is?
No, but Nia and Dakota both have personal experience being inside of the kingdom.
That's fair.
Might be able to just teleport right into Ania's old home. That might be a bit risky, though.
It probably would.
Yeah.
But
The more firm knowledge you have on it, the
Something
higher
else,
chance that you'll be able to land in roughly that domain. It
It's just
really
a small
depends.
space.
Yeah. There is always the chance that you will teleport quite a distance away from it. Usually within, I think I said like 4 or 5 days travel. But there is also the chance that you will land directly where you're aiming.
Mm-hmm. And we could use the tablet again. We could use it to go to Roderick's, then to the kingdom. If we operate with the fact that we have 2. But that would use up both of them. So if we ever need to go anywhere immediately, like maybe escaping an explosion, we will not have the use of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think ideally we'd be using the tablet to get into the to get to Star Shadow. Then, when we secured the object, vanishing with it before they can do anything about it.
Good.
Only problem is not touching it.
Mm-hmm.
If it corrupts over time, though, it would be like as if Tolkien had wrote the Lord of the Rings with them taking the eagles to Mordor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was over time if you don't touch it, or if you touch it, it's like real bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining it just gets grabbed by some sort of magical influence and gets dragged with us by that means.
Well, we all know that I'm
Just like,
fully prepared.
just like imagining Gilmar triggering his grasp of the storm, considering it's technically a large magical hand at the end of an electric chain.
And then that's also second-hand knowledge that you guys have, so you guys don't know how accurate that knowledge is. And then there are other forces, such as the dealer, for example, having just generalized control, that you guys may or may not know about, just generally speaking, such as Dakota's previous patron, the Knight. how far their magic extends, and whether or not the teleport goes through their domains. It's also a question that would almost certainly be raised by Dakota.
Hmm.
Because you guys are teleporting, and teleporting is an unknown magic within this world. So how it works, the domains that it passes through, all that's completely unknown. All you guys know is last time you used it, you guys were, what, 200 feet above ground, I think, and slammed into the ground exceptionally painfully. Thank you. The second time you guys used it was a much nicer journey to Haven. But that first time was very painful.
Yep.
We could go visit Grimly and ask her about that question. I think because I don't think we ever actually asked her that specific type of question.
I don't believe so. But you guys also know that Grimly doesn't give anything for free.
Yeah.
True.
I think before we ended up in this big out of character debate, Aldith was going to say something in character, and then we got completely off on a tangent.
Yes.
Do you remember what that was, Aldith?
I was gonna say, if you expect me to remember what I was
No.
about to say, I don't.
I know. I do remember what we talked about last, though. It was Ania was basically like, "Oh, we could do the thing that Aldith was probably thinking of, which is to go beat up Roderick." And Aldith was like, "You guys do a perimeter. I'm gonna go hunt Roderick." And then Ania was like, "That's several weeks away from the kingdom." And Gelmar was like, "He also has a very dangerous not ally."
I feel like that doesn't break her resolve. I feel like she's just a little annoyed. Like I feel like her from this stone cold no emotion to the tiniest furrow of her brow of, oh my god, just let me fucking kill this dude, I swear to god.
All this just like, I could take the vampire lord. But
She's like, I'll take anybody. I'll take anybody. Can I kill anybody right now? I don't know. I don't know if she would say anything because she's just she's so locked in. She's so zeroed in on the fact that she needs to kill Roderick. She needs to talk to Roderick. She needs to possibly kill him. She's just like, ugh.
And he pinches the bridge of her nose, and she's thinking for a moment. Anyone else can interject. Look at my spell list. Anyone else can start talking if you desire, or we can.
I certainly won't be able. I certainly can't. I'm in the middle of meditation. So
meditation.
Oh, holy magic inside me, fuck you.
Hello. Ting, ting, ting.
Anyone there?
But yeah, Aldith is currently thinking of the logistics of how to kill someone who's not there, probably. Or Dakota.
Gelmar is just sitting there thinking, she's like, dang, we're probably gonna need to brush up on training. What do we train though?
I guess it's possible for us to use the teleportation thing twice. It's risky to do it more than twice, but we can use it twice fairly safely. I could also just ask Roderick if he's gonna be at the kingdom to blow it up, or if he's gonna be back at his base.
I think
Who'd
he
ask
would
that?
pretty easily see through that question.
You tell me.
What?
It's not a question of whether he sees or he sees. He's just be like, well, he's still gonna tell us.
Yeah.
He would clearly
doesn't
know that's a
matter.
threat. And? Damn, you're right.
I feel like sometimes I feel like Ania is about 2 steps away from I can fix him.
Oh my gosh.
Pulls out shotgun.
Fix it
If I
up.
can't fix him, no one can.
Just like 3 months down the line, we just like find out that Tron had a secret gay crush on him.
Amazing. All right.
Very funny.
Yeah, Dakota, what are you doing as everyone is in deep contemplation about murder / not murder?
It's a good question. I'm not sure what Dakota would be. I think he's probably just gonna like kind of take a walk or something.
Fair enough.
Valid.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cyril, as you are finding a quieter space a little bit away from the party and kind of reaching into your what's effectively where your soul would reside, what are you asking?
I am. Well, because I've never done this before, I'm searching for wrath first.
I would say it is an experience for sure. As you're kind of looking into yourself, you've kind of had similar experiences to some degree in the past, mostly in the Dreamland and especially inside of Envy's realm. Kind of seeing yourself without seeing yourself. The moon pool is another experience too. So as you kind of reach down into, you know, your soul, for lack of a better term, you are, I suppose, seeing. You're more like ethereally processing, but you're kind of seeing that red wisp that is just kind of existing there. As you focus on it and you follow it, you do see what is effectively, to the best of your mind can rationalize, this red swirling orb that is just there in an area of what almost appears to be semi-darkness. It's more inky than it is dark, but it's strange seeing it just swirl there. Doesn't feel threatening to you. You know what a threat feels like. This feels like the same oath that you took in your dream. This is a very similar feeling that you get when you're looking at this. This is a promise. This is an oath. This is future made manifest, for lack of better terms.
I'm not going to reach out physically, but I'm going to try and speak to it.
Okay.
To see if I can get a response first and foremost.
What do you say?
Oh, I mean, are you there?
Where else would I be?
Good. I have questions.
Answers are debatable.
You mean whether or not you have answers, or the answers that you give me are debatable?
Whether or not I have them. The answers of which I give you are those of which I have.
There is something hidden away in the Elven Kingdom, in the Obsidian Keep. Rumor has it that it will infect those who come near it, those who touch it. Do you know of this thing?
I have heard tales of it. And the Elven Kingdom is to the southwest, a direction of which I have felt several of my brethren.
Elaborate, please. Are they in the kingdom?
The specifics I do not know, as it has been, well, centuries since I have traveled in a form such as yours. We Sins can feel another's presence. Very rarely are they lost, and even rarer are we all on the domain together. It is an experience, shall we say, to see so many around. As to the specifics upon which one is where in that domain, I do not know. But I do know what my siblings' say last form was.
What was it?
Which one?
Pride?
Pride always saw himself as better than mortals, but always desired to present himself in a way that proved it. He took the form of a person. I do not recall which of your mortal bodies he decided to mimic the shape of, but he chose one, as parading around in it as if he is a king, someone who is simply made better.
I fear I may have met him. The object, then.
The object.
Getting back to the point of my question, before I distract myself. The object in the Obsidian Keep.
It is sounds to be similar to greed. It is often some kind of object that those around keep close. Greed makes it so you desire something, material, something you can gain more of consistently and inevitably. It makes you want it more than life itself and will do anything to achieve it. Whether that is money, or if that is something more substantial, such as the power to rule over others. It depends. It is an ever-growing adjustment. If it is some kind of orb within the Star Shadow Kingdom, the elves' heritage is likely greed. But there are many things that mimic our powers, or at least have tried to in the past. They always fail.
The last time we met one of yours, it was your sister, Lust.
Your
could not
heart's
touch.
desire made manifest.
We couldn't touch her.
Yes.
We could not bring her down.
I would be surprised if you could. She is one of the stronger ones, as her power stems directly from the amount of desire within the hearts of those around. The less desire they have, the weaker she is. The more powerful. But she also despises fighting. My way has always been, shall we say, barbaric to her. She was always the kind one.
I see. So no one thing is quite the answer to dealing with the rest of your family.
No. Some, such as pride, you have to remove the core of their power, which he has gone through great extents throughout the years to ensure that is hard to do. Someone such as me, my power is simply something that I gain over time. I do not lose power. I do not halt in power. I simply either grow or wait. But it's always continuing. But it's slower than my family. Greed, on the other hand, greed is simply an object. Greed does not have a mind such as us. Greed does not have anything that there is. Greed is simply that. You become greedy. You become everything so you can desire more. Greed is the easiest one of us to kill because it's not even alive. You simply throw it into a room, lock the door, and throw away the key.
Can it be broken?
I do not know. It is an object, so likely, but no one's ever tried. The problem with locking something away is that one day, eventually, someone opens it up.
One final question.
Indeed.
The corrupting power of your brother, greed. Would it still have an effect on me with you residing within?
It is possible. Never before have two of us, how would you say, siblings, ever come into contact with one another to wrestle control over a vessel. It does not have the same mind as we do, so it would probably try to influence you. So it depends. How greedy are you, Cyril?
I think you know the answer to that question.
Then it will simply amplify that. Your greed is not mine. Your wrath is my home. Any greed you have will simply be something that you get hungry for.
And if I am greedy to visit my wrath upon my enemies, what does that do? Does that force you to fight your brother?
No. If your greed impacts your wrath, then that is my domain, and I'll kill him before he touches it. No, his greed would impact the rest of you. His greed would impact how much you want to see the High Elves fall. His greed would impact your desire to return to your family one day. All mortals are greedy. It simply makes that come to light.
I have one final question, and then I will leave you to your own devices. The object your brother tends to find himself in, is this an object that could be carried by a single individual?
It almost always is. Sometimes it's a coin. That's his preferred. Sometimes it's something that could be mistaken as a magical artifact, as many of your kind are fascinated by the collection of those artifacts. Whatever it is that he was discovered by, and it desired him to be, is often what he turns into. Most of the time, this is money, as it's so easy to get lost within money. But sometimes, especially for those with, shall we say, more static personalities, something they can show off, something they can present, something that they refuse to let go of, up to their dying breath. Many collectors have had similar things. Once it became a sword, it never made that choice again.
Thank you. This has been enlightening.
You are welcome. I enjoy getting to see life out of your eyes. It makes it ever so sweeter once I become you.
Well, I hope you find yourself comfortable.
Time is a simple construct created by mortals. I will wait as long as I require to.
Good. Because you will be waiting for quite some time. And I pull my consciousness out.
It's a strange feeling going from that almost inky world back to reality. It almost feels like your skin has a more like ink coverage to it for just a moment before it fades and it's back to your usual feeling. It feels almost gross to be in a world of that realm, but at the same time, you almost miss it now. It's a very strange duality, but it was calming in there, and now it is less calming.
Right. Gonna go back to the party.
Cool.
Well, it was an interesting conversation. Wrath thinks that the thing being kept in the Elven Kingdom could be his brother Greed.
Oh.
I would have assumed that they would want more. No, never mind. That makes more sense.
Well, It's really only the beginning of our problems. Greed will take the form of just about any object. Except a sword, it seems. So greed usually will be on someone's person. It could be anything on anyone within that keep.
Out of character.
Mhm.
I feel like I don't remember if I like ever brought it up, but I do remember before this campaign started. Sin, you told me that there's like a scene that would be plot relevant someday. Where I'm pretty sure I saw where this thingy is. I'm pretty sure that it was that it was like there's like some sort of like rock on their thrones or something.
Yeah, so
this-
the scene
yeah.
that Dakota is thinking of is in Dakota's backstory as Dakota was running out of the tower. Because Dakota had to go from the top of the Obsidian Tower, which is actually above the council room, all the way down in order to get out of the whole area. So they would have seen this as they were going down. When you go from the very top of the tower down to the throne room and then past, Dakota would have looked in, for obvious reasons, and inside the throne room, or inside the council room, there is a set of 7 chairs inside of what is more or less a kind of 3/4 circle, kind of crescent shape, and at the what is essentially the stars chair. The star, moon, and leaf all have their sigils pretty much branded into the stone chairs. There is an orb that sits directly on the star's chair, and it doesn't look like it's moved for a very long time. But if something wanted to be a pinnacle of something, or something that people wanted to see consistently, or something that people would routinely every single day come back to, that would be it.
Dakota just had like the most wicked flashback.
Yeah.
It's like, holy
Shout out
shit,
to
wait a
Colty
minute.
for remembering that.
And
Yeah.
it was about the size, like you could about the size of a basketball. You could hold it with one hand.
It's like when an anime needs to remind you of something that happened 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or last episode.
Yeah. But yeah, so Zero says that, and Dakota like suddenly realizes like the throne room. When I escaped, I ran through the throne room. There was some kind of rock, some kind of orb. It was on one of the thrones. I think it was the one for the stars.
Oh, you think that was it?
I can't remember anything else. I feel like it would definitely be in the throne room.
Remembering a weird orb instead of anything else in the throne room does sound like an effect something that wants you to pay attention to it would have.
Yeah.
And all of you would know that would be Kieran's seat specifically.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The Stars Throne seat of the council room, you all would know, even Aldeth would know, that is Kieran Star Whisperer's seat, and has been the Star Whisperer's seat specifically for the last 3 generations.
That was the mage that fixed the tree, who was actually kind of civil
Mm-hmm.
when we talked to him. Who
He's
can
also the same
apparently travel
one.
through books.
He was also the same one that made a shield to prevent you guys from leaving the throne room, so you wouldn't get affected by the mother and father fight.
I'm pretty sure he was in charge of researching Dakota. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. He is the head of everything that is inside Star Shadow Kingdom. His sibling, Eberron, what is the war chief, essentially the war commander. And he's the one who's had direct coverage over the changelings and is the one who spent most of Dakota's life interacting with Dakota. But Kieran is the one who oversees all of it. And I think only probably Cyril would know this because you were direct ties to it, and how long you've been alive. He's also the person who runs the teachings for the Mage Association within Starchild Kingdom, whose number one, I suppose, pupil or prodigy is... Hold on, I have his name right here. Hold on. I just had his name. Draenor. The guy that you guys saw inside of the Dust Camp. Running the Dust
With
Camp.
the dimension door.
Yeah.
Is so Alicia, the Elven ambassador?
Yeah, the Silverleaf, yeah.
Did she tell Ania that her brothers didn't used to be like this?
She did.
Roger that.
And she, very specifically, as you all would know, spends exceptionally little time inside the Starchild Kingdom because she doesn't like being there.
Ania is currently pacing in circles.
And that will bring me to my second point. Touching that thing will likely be a problem, as we've all discussed.
Can I not just shoot it?
Maybe we could just shoot it.
We could
The
try, but
The dealer said my gun can kill gods or something. Like, I don't know what this thing is, but it'd be impressive if it was more resilient than a god.
That's a pretty powerful weapon.
Okay, I actually don't remember if she said it could kill gods. I just remember she said it could kill the knight and then, like, relevant patron-like entities or something.
So, specifically,
God
she
thing, 'cause we
said...
made jokes about gods, so...
Yeah, she said they can kill the knight because he was your patron. And so killing him
Right.
with his own weapon is something that most people who try to kill their patrons are the only ones capable of doing. Especially if they're far underpowered. Killing something with the weapon that they gave you is pretty much the main way of doing it. It's also how you take their power in some cases. And then in theory, the dealer isn't quite sure, but in theory, it could kill other gods.
And I don't think the knight is a god, but there's like a train of thought going on here. But
I could put it in the bag.
And she just holds up her bag of holding.
the gun?
No, the orb. You just put it in the
The
bag.
orb. Oh yeah. How are we gonna transport it?
Oh, we just
Karen.
we just opened the bag and we hit the orb with a huge stick.
And then we put it in the bag. And then we carry the bag.
Like,
I don't know why, but that feels too simple.
yeah, I wouldn't
It's
be
a simple
surprised.
solution.
Good.
Well, it's like, cause it probably has some kind of like aura about it. So, what happens if we drop it? What if we miss?
Then it rolls on the ground and we chase it pretty comically.
I feel like we're gonna be being chased by like high elves during that.
You're sneaky.
I am sneaky.
We do have a pretty good disguise kit.
Well, I mean, I am I could just shift theoretically, but they might have like some way to detect changelings. That's what I've been concerned about.
I've been
I
concerned
think-
about that too.
Yeah.
Well, we all, except for you, and I'm looking at Aldith when I say that, we all know some with access to an apparently unknowable amount of power to do things that don't seem possible.
Aldith met Grimly.
Above game, I don't remember her meeting Grimly.
She was there when we learned about Gelmar's sister.
Yup,
right.
yup.
Well, then let me go backwards on that.
Yeah.
We all know someone who is capable of things that seem impossible. I believe it would be a good idea to visit.
Sarah, what are you going to offer her this time? Greed?
I mean, it would be kind of hilarious.
I kind of don't want to give a being who's already greedy more greed.
But I don't know what we would offer her.
I could just ask Roderick's people who are stationed there to cause a distraction so we can get into the tower.
I'm thinking of a container for this.
Oh, a container.
I'm thinking of a way to disguise you and Dakota from whatever detection they might have for changelings.
The first time we visited her, I asked her for something for that. You guys didn't hear. We were in, like, the silent zone.
What was her answer?
She said she pretty much could, but I also didn't want to offer anything, so I said no thanks at the moment.
Well, I feel I feel concerned that just dropping it into the bag of holding won't do it.
Well, how about this? When we do go to the kingdom, we stop off at my family's place. There's probably something there. My father might have had an inkling of what was going on. We can still contact Grimly no matter where we are, so Grimly can always be plan B.
I can get behind that.
Another question. Everon and Kieran, won't do you think they might like be on the because with everything that happened at the tree, and then considering that I think they recognize me, right? So they might be on the watch for us. Will they be like? Is that a concern?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
I have been concerned about it since we were asked to go there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
We are walking into a lion's den with fresh stakes wrapped around yours and Ania's necks. Yours especially.
We do have official business there, though. From the ambassador.
But he does have a point. To some degree, we're going to have to find a way to blend in or make it seem like the stakes don't exist, in a manner of speaking.
It's a big city.
And I trust you.
I understand what you mean, but at the same time, they are. Isn't magic the primary thing they're known for?
Yes. And?
Isn't there an entire school of magic dedicated to finding what you're looking for?
Yes, and?
This feels like an old meme video I remember seeing a long time ago. They wait. He sits there waiting for her to put the pieces together. After a few minutes, they decide she probably wouldn't. I think they might be able to track her down. I think they might be able to track the two of you down if they wanted to.
Then it doesn't matter where we are. Yes, Cyril?
I was going to ask you to stop being deliberately obtuse.
That's very difficult for me, but I can try.
I am concerned for all of your safeties. I know we have a mission. I know that we have goals that we must achieve. Innocence that must be saved. And whatever that thing is, we must find a way to remove it. And we must do all of that without raising suspicion before it is too late, before it is too early.
Ania paces around a bit and shifts into Tra, so she stops being really annoying. But Tra doesn't speak up yet. He's still pacing. He's doing the exact same thing.
If necessary, I will create some kind of distraction.
Sort of distraction. And do you think we'd be able to pull off? They wouldn't practically throw an entire army at.
I would be hoping they would try to throw the entire army at it.
I mean, I could turn into a dragon in there.
I would prefer we do that as a last resort.
You and me both, but it's on the table.
I would prefer to find a way in. I prefer we find a way in without being detected, and we find a way to move about safely.
I believe we are planning a few steps ahead. If we are going to be planning this, we should do it one step at a time. So, the first step, are we even going to the Elven Kingdom first? And he gestures to Aldith, if Roderick is of concern. The whole party has to be on board with whatever the plan is. So we should go in order of steps.
I think as powerful as Kieran is, that Vampire Lord E is exponentially worse.
I might have an idea, but it's going to require a lot, and I mean a lot of additional tricks. Most notably to even find it.
Go on.
They brought my sister into the town through an underground series of tunnels through the ley lines, correct? How? Well, I don't see it likely that that entrance is as strongly guarded, or more accurately, it's guarded by stronger individuals, but a lot less visible to most of the residents. If we could find that entrance, we might be able to walk in that way.
We could theoretically teleport to the exact spot she was, using the teleporter device.
I'm afraid the last place I saw her was in Iron Spire Peaks. That's more than 3 months of walking.
I mean the scrying vision that we were shown by Grimly. It would be risky. There is also the option of teleporting directly to my old family's house. Knowing elves, it probably is untouched. The problem is there's several of us and the house isn't exactly spacious.
And there's no telling whether or not the house was already sold to somebody else and repopulated,
Not
or
guaranteed,
all the
no.
other. And of course, there's no doubt other souls wandering around the streets that would probably recognize it as our presence as unusual.
But that's still, none of that addresses what I asked first, which is where are we going first regarding Roderick or the capital? Which problem are we going to go to Roderick's camp first? I know Cyril was implying that going there would be a bad idea, but Aldith has not spoken up yet.
Alda's too guilty to speak up right now.
Did she look guilty? What's up?
Yeah, oh yeah. She looks so guilty because she's you can like see in her eyes there's this war going on. Like this inner turmoil going on in her head.
Can I try to insight based on her reactions to everything that was said recently?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ooh, bad on it's Tra. Tra's not good at this, but it's still 11. Up to you what that reveals.
You can tell she's definitely battling between going and finding Roderick or sticking with the party.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell just how deep it runs, if that makes sense. Like, you can see surface level that it's, do I stay or do I go? But that's pretty much it.
Tra goes over to Aldith, like, stands in front of her, not, like, especially close, but he just sort of stands, like, in front of her, leaning on his staff. A little bit like he's much older than he is. He has, like, the white streaks in his hair, but Aldith, who is half-elf, Tra is, like, under 100, which is still technically a kid for an elf. So to her, if she understands that, it might look like someone trying to look more important than he is with his appearance. And he is like, we're not going to let you go off alone no matter what you do, or else we will be very hypocritical regarding Cyril, and you will too. That being said, if what you want to do is go to Roderick first, we can discuss it.
He just sort of shakes her head and she's, I don't want to put you through that. That's not your mission. That's my mission. And she just like drags a hand down her face.
Tra,
Do you
like,
think
leans
half
in.
of the actions we've done for Cyril, Dakota, or Nia was our job? We did it because we're a team.
Who are you to assume it's not our mission? There is literally something there in Roderick's camp that I was given a premonition from the stars to take care of. No matter where we go, I have to deal with something.
She's sort of like, she's so frustrated. She's like, she's like, this is like typical teenage girl freak out. Like, she's just so, she can't verbalize how she's feeling because she's just so frustrated that no one gets what she's trying to say right now. I feel like she would probably tug at her hair, like, that's not what I mean. It's not that, it's, ugh.
Yes, you want to kill Roderick, what else? And I apologize, that did sound extremely crass. I'm not trying to belittle your experiences. I'm just trying to figure this out. So we have a plan of action, because we are a party, we are supposed to work together.
Still, like, sort of go to freak out and then pause after they apologize, and it's like, the whole reason I am even here, the whole reason I'm sitting in front of you right now is because of what Roderick did, and I have, you all mean so much to me, and I don't want you to split off, and I don't want to force you guys to deal with my baggage. And she just like blows a raspberry because she just can't, just like, ugh, like she can't get it out.
All right. Then how about this? Instead of worrying about what baggage you have, think about this more logically. We can go to Roderick before or after. Roderick is quite powerful. He has an entire army of mercenaries with him and a vampire lord, if you did not catch what Gilmar said. Going there is very dangerous. We can probably do it. Or we can go to the Elven Kingdom first, disrupt his plan, ensure it's disrupted, save innocent lives, and then go to Roderick. Do you want to do Roderick first or after? What is making most logical sense to you, regardless of what you want to do?
Relief sort of washes over her at like this like, think logically, Aldous. Like, God, quit thinking with your emotions. Think logically. Like this helps her like immensely. And she'll take this really deep breath in, and then she'll exhale, and she'll open. I feel like her eyes were closed as she inhaled and exhaled, so she'd open them, and she'd very, very calmly, like back to the monotonous, like just innocent lives need to be saved. That should always be the number one priority.
And do you believe attacking Roderick directly versus going to the kingdom would be more successful in doing that?
She'll take a moment and think about it, and then she'll shake her head no.
That was an or question. You have to choose one or the other. You can pretend I asked that out of character.
No, okay. She'll be like, and then it would not. Repeat the question again, because I forgot it immediately.
Yes.
Sorry.
He essentially said, is there a better chance at saving the lives if we go to the kingdom and deal with whatever's there, or if we just go to Roderick's place and kill him and stop it like at the source?
Okay, thank you. She'll like correct herself. She'll be like, go to the kingdom first.
All right, that is settled then. Now we can figure out where we're going to go in the kingdom. Step 1. And he'll look back to the rest of the party.
I still think it might be best to find the ley line tunnel way. If nothing else, then we'd at least have a solid idea of a way back out. One that we probably wouldn't exactly have if we just warped directly into the town.
I believe that gives us 4 options. 1, we go to the ley line tunnel. 2, we go outside of the kingdom. 3, we go to my old home. 4, and he will look to Dakota, we could go to the top of the tower.
Two of those don't really sound like they have a means of escape without burning another use of the tablet.
Oh, but they are fun sounding.
I think the safest option would probably be going through the tunnels. But that one, it's a lot more, I guess, uncertain. Do we know where those tunnels, like, do we know where we'll end up through those tunnels?
We don't even know where the entrance to the tunnels are.
Yeah.
We would need to find that first.
We have been in the tunnels before when we were under the tree. Aldith has not, but we have. We could go there. It will be a bit of a trek, though. I'm sure they link up somehow, possibly. Gilmore, do you have any way of tracking your sister where she has been?
Not much beyond direct communication with her, I'm afraid. I'm afraid standard means of tracking are not exactly the easiest. Then he places a hand to his face. Unless... How difficult do you think it would be for Glimmer to put together some sort of tool meant to track items of very particular makeup?
What about an item that tracks your bloodkin?
Either could work.
We could ask when we're in Haven. And decide then.
Well, we have a couple more days before the tablet's usable anyway.
If
Some
we... Good?
Some time to plan, and more broadly, would be a solid option. Besides, I had a couple other errands I need to run in town anyway.
If we have no way of tracking her within the tunnels, then we probably should not go to them. They're like a maze. We'll probably end up lost for several days to a week until we can find our way out, if it is even at the kingdom. If we have some way to track her, then the halls seem much more viable to me.
Well, then I suppose the best option we have is to plan for one of the others, and keep it at the back of the mind to look into when we return.
So, although it would be quite fun, we probably do not want to end up at the top of the tower. So that would be either just outside the kingdom, or inside my family's home.
Where is your family's home, like, inside of the kingdom? What would that route look like?
Is it close to the tower, or is it more in the outskirts? Is it, like, just in a casual commercial area?
So the way that Starshell Kingdom is kind of set up is that the very front of it, probably a good 20% of it, is the Adventurers Guild. Beyond that is the generalized houses. And then you get to the Obsidian Tower. Next to that is the Starshell Library, and the other side of it is all of the higher-ups houses, which would include your family's house.
Okay. My old home, I believe, if my memory serves correctly, was behind the tower. We lived in a high quarter. My family had a little bit of status thanks to my father's job. So we would be near the tower, and also in a place they likely are not going to be looking for us. If we entered through the front of the town, we would have to go through the Adventurers' Quarter, likely where people are consistently screened. If we ended up in the High Quarter, they likely aren't expecting us there. Anyone there has already presumably been screened, so the security would technically be lower as long as they cannot sense our entrance, which would mean it would have to be extremely secure and not cause any damage when we enter. If assuming we even get the location correct. If it does mess up, though, that will cause quite a fuss. They both have their own risks.
I think that... I think it's gonna depend whether... because we'd be able to avoid a lot of the screening and figuring out how to actually get in if we went through the top of the tower. But I think it would, if we can avoid a lot of the fuss of getting in, I think going through your old family's home would be, I guess, quieter.
If it's successful, yes.
I forgot what the second option was.
I have another idea.
Oh,
We are expected there.
we are.
For no one to show up at the gates would be embarrassing at the least and suspicious at the worst.
Do you think it would be possible to get clearance from Ambassador Silverleaf?
I think technically we have clearance, but I also don't think that they will care if they believe they have a murderer that they've been searching for in their hands.
Yeah.
I really... I don't like this idea as I'm saying, so if we choose to go with something else, I will not be upset. Half of our group go to the gate. The half that is the least suspicious, and in my case, the most conspicuous. And the other half go to your family home.
Would that be using both uses of the tablet?
That
I
is
was
why I
gonna
don't
say
like.
this.
That is why I don't like this idea as I am saying it. But
I see.
it would also allow. It would allow more of us to be mobile in the city. The second I step out of your family's abode, the entire city will know something is up.
Perhaps. Maybe Glimmer would have something that could help with that too. Seems like it'd be an easier thing than my idea.
I can't change my form.
Maybe not on your own, but like you said, the central areas are likely to have already been sweet. So, or are filled with the people that they assume have already been sweet. So theoretically, if we had a means of even magically making ourselves appear to be something else, likely would be a lot more effective in those spaces than towards the edges.
I will say the High Quarter is almost entirely High Elves. Even if they assume clearance has been given, there might be, for example, they could think Cyril's a guard or something. He probably isn't that well known in the High Quarter, but it still would attract attention if we can't find a way to disguise him, as you said.
What about this? God, do I hate this? I hate it too. One group goes ahead with the tablet as the sort of forward party, sneaking about and gathering as much information as possible. And the other half travels by more mundane routes, swiftly as possible, but still mundane.
That would still consume half of the time that we have available to handle anything.
Like I said, I hate the idea. I'm
Yes.
trying to
We may be able...
I'm trying to make sure that whatever we do, that the presence of the people the ambassador has sent is known.
We may be able to ask Ambassador Silverleaf if we tell her the circumstances of what is going on, which is risky, but I do quite trust her. I believe she would benefit, she would find a way to help us if we told her everything, or most of everything. I believe she has connections to the Fae from what I saw as well.
It's also an option.
So, how about this then? We have Plan 1, see if we can find a way to track Elmar's sister accurately from a distance. If we can get that going, that will be our Plan A. In the meantime, we go to Haven, get all our errands done, talk to Ambassador Silverleaf, see what other resources we can get our hands on. As for being in the city, I'm not quite sure. There is, of course, an item you can probably find from Grimly that will help us. I don't want to take that risk right now. Ania cried last time she was there. I do not want to go back.
Mm.
It's understandable.
If we do take something from her, it will still be a risk either way. We're just exchanging one risk for another. And honestly, and Trollic does a little twirl with his staff, we are much more powerful than they think we are. I think we are very likely to be underestimated.
The odds are high.
They are elves. He says, an elf. He says as an elf.
They all.
He says elvishly.
He said elvishly.
Aldith and Sapphire both hurt a little inside from that.
All right. If we continue to overanalyze it, we'll never actually get it.
Exactly. Is there anything else? Oh, go ahead.
We will have to just pick a way and hope for the best.
We have many resources available to us. We can't get choice paralysis from them. But is there any immediate concerns anyone has on their mind?
I'm still a little bit uncertain about how we're actually going to get into the castle from your family home, but I think that's one of the things we're going to be figuring out over our time.
Roderick did give me a passphrase. He instructed me to tell the passphrase to one of the guards, I believe, and if I did that, they would basically get in touch with his men, who are already trying to do all of this. I know Aldith does not want to work with them, but it also could get us closer to Roderick in the long run anyway, especially if he thinks we're on his side. And as people say, what was it? Enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of deal.
Yes.
It's a strong option. And
we know
would be... Sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. I was just gonna say, it's like, and we know a way to, like, know which guard it is?
He generally just said any god, that even if they weren't one of his, the message would eventually get to a god that is, and then they would contact us, something along that line.
I just imagine Gilmar just sits in the back, just like monologuing in an odd voice. I had this extremely unusual experience with a non-traveler, or with a civilian today. What was it they said?
Yeah.
Just like, I'd imagine someone in the back tavern would hear it.
Yes.
And then some other guard in the barracks. suddenly has to go to the bathroom really badly.
My bladder
Phrase
is
unlocked.
full. I must return.
I have to go see someone.
I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I guess if it works, it works.
It's an option at our disposal. Also, according to you, the room was empty when you escaped, yes? It's not like they're there 24/7. There is going to be security, of course, but if you got out, there has to be a way to get in.
Fair enough. I don't remember much of actually getting out. I mostly just kind of ran really fast.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll figure it out as we go. And maybe we'll run into something unexpected we can use. And if push comes to shove, I don't mind trying to impersonate someone like Kieran. I think that would be quite fun.
I bet if you talk with the right Taylor, we could probably make a pretty convincing disguise.
Oh god, I don't want to visit him again.
Might not have to be that specific Taylor.
Nah, he would be the best for it, though.
He was really
I
good
thought
at what
he was
he
quite
did.
nice.
He also made Nia cry.
I mean, if it's that big of a concern, I'm pretty sure I could very easily find your measurements somewhere.
No, it'd be better if I was there. I can deal with it if we have to. But that is an option.
Okay. It sounds like a plan.
The beginnings of one. We do have time.
Right. We should get sleep. And make for home first.
Yes.
Indeed. Still, on the road back, perhaps we should get a bit of training in. There are a few experiences that I don't think we ever quite got down to, did we, Zero? And I have a couple of skills that I think might serve a few other folks well, should things not turn out quite right.
That is a fair point. But for tonight, you all get some rest. I will take first watch.
You are going to actually wake someone up this time, right? Gelmar says, giving him a side eye. I'm not afraid.
I believe you mean we are taking first watch.
Was that
I'm not
27 hammers?
Yes,
I'm not afraid to
me
do
and
a
both of my help. Me and both of my helpers, me, myself, and I. We will all take first watch together.
Cyril, I look at the stars every night. We've been traveling for months. How have you forgotten this every time?
Cyril, I'm not.
I think I just keep trying to convince you.
You know, Cyril, if you keep this up, by the end of the week, you will have an immune. You will probably build up a resistance to enervation breath.
You know.
I'm not afraid to seal you in another crystal.
Why did it taste like apples when I woke up? It was the strangest thing.
Oh, come now. It wasn't that bad. He's just giving him a teasing grin.
I love the idea that Cyril just hates apples.
He's got an entire apple orchard in his backyard and he hates apples.
He does.
What do you
Sick of
do
them.
every year? I harvest a shit ton of apples. Oh, are they tasty? Fucking one. No, I haven't had one in 20 years.
I hate
Apples
apples.
Apples are good for one thing: cider. Hard cider.
Best
So,
apples
they make
this side of the
amazing-
Mississippi, so I've been told.
I've been told they make great sauce and pies.
I'm not going
Alcohol.
to. Alcohol. good alcohol. It's like, I'm not going to force you to go to bed early. I'm just telling you that I'm staying up first anyway. If you decide to not wake up wake up the others after I go to bed, that's your business. I don't really care. It's literally my job. How are you surprised by this after all these months?
I think hope just springs eternal.
You have
One day,
just
I
like
hope
that.
that. One day, I figure I will convince you to go to bed with the rest of them.
Tross stubbornly sits down to stargaze, even though the sky is cloudy.
Just imagine Gilmar walks by. As he's just like going into the woods, just like grab some more tinder for the fire and just looks over at Cyril. I mean, I could say the same about you, but okay.
Harumph, I say.
Harumph, I say.
Alright. Well, the next several days will be of relatively easy travel. You guys are welcome to train each other if you would like to. There won't be too much reason not to, so you guys are more than welcome to do so. I believe Cyril and Gelmar, you two both wanted to trade
I
teachings.
still need one more pip for riposte, and I'm more than happy to teach him either his choice of my fighting style or mobile. Both of which could be potentially useful based on what we face down there. For context, my fighting style is interception, which allows you to reduce the damage of an attack aimed at somebody else.
I think mobile is what I would probably.
Honestly,
Because
that's probably fair.
interception, like I have a couple of things that I can still kind of do.
That's valid.
Alright. Well, you will get that last pip of riposte, which, if I recall correctly, let me look at Cyril's thing real quick.
While...
Go ahead.
Go ahead and finish. I'll say after you're done with that.
It's a reaction. You get a +2 to your armor class for that reaction, and if you if that +2 is more than the attack roll on you, then you block the incoming attack, and you can make a special attack with your weapon.
When you say special attack, does that mean it has an additional modifier I should know about, or?
Basically it's modifiers like a regular attack.
Okay, so standard attack in addition to block the hit. That's pretty darn good.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
definitely gonna need to write that down, or copy it from somewhere.
So I can't teach Observant, but Observant does include lip reading. Would Tra be able to start teaching the basics of lip reading to either Dakota or Aldith or both if they want, using Gelmar as an example? Like, they're just watching them trade, and Tra's, like, pointing at Gelmar and using him as an example for lip reading.
I love that. Yes, you
Starting
would be
them
able
on hard
to...
mode with reading.
You would be able to teach that. It'll take at least 2 days of specific training for specifically basic lip reading.
Yeah, just, like, catching, like, maybe words here and there.
And either Aldith or Dakota, or both, could learn from it if you'd like.
Yeah, unless Aldith wants to join in on the riposte training, in which Aldith will also be a subject for the lip reading training.
I think Aldith actually has the intention of trying to see if she can will her, like, wings out.
Ooh, interesting.
See if she can try and learn how to control that.
Honestly, I think Gelmar is actually a good person to talk to about that, because he has a thing that kind of does that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean protective wings? It's not really considering I can't use them to fly. I just use them as shields.
Right, but it's more the action of bringing them in.
That's fair.
Yeah, you could totally learn how to do that by talking to Galmar.
Doing some
Aldith,
self-reflection.
roll me a wisdom save with advantage. Because your wings are more of a mental thing than they are a physical thing. So I'm curious on what your roll's going. Okay, I thought that was gonna be 2 3s for a second there. Just going by that really funny. So yeah, if you wish to do that, especially with Galmar being willing to help you if you want to seek him out, you would learn how to get past that mental block, because you've had that mental block for a long time, and that's the main difficulty that comes to your wings, is that they are emotional reaction to certain stimuli. You essentially are able to kind of push past that mental block to make it so it's a willful gesture rather than an emotional reaction, or you can tie it specifically to an emotion and basically fake that emotion to make them pop out.
I think more the mental block so she can do it willfully is more her speed right now.
Okay.
Yeah, more her shtick right now.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, especially with Gelmar's help, you would learn essentially how to force yourself to bring them out. How this is mentally for you, painful or good or whatever it is, however your mental state might be whenever they come out is up to you, but you would be able to force them out if you decide to. Obviously, they are still somewhat tied to your mental, emotional connection, so in some cases they may still come out regardless of your will, but at the very least you'll be able to pull them out yourself.
Yippee!
One of these days I need to talk you into teaching me how to actually fly using your wings. Mine are, unfortunately, just throws our arms out as they spawn in, and then slams them against the ground as you see them indent. A bit heavy before they fade away.
She'll sort of give like a like, not a snarky smile, but like a little smirk, and she'll be like, "It can't be that hard, can it?"
He gives you a grin, turns to the side, spawns them again, and one of them whacks into her chest piece.
He's gonna send her flying, literally. Whee!
At least sliding back a few feet.
That'd be really funny if you hit her hard enough that she went into the air and had to catch herself with her wings, though.
That would be funny a little bit, but...
Roll a dex save.
I will. I will roll a dex save right now.
You're more than welcome to.
Would Dakota be interested in the lip reading class?
Absolutely.
So I imagine Tron and Dakota are like Tra's like at a distance pointing at Gelmar and Aldith doing this, and is like pointing out the specifics while they're talking and bickering.
I love that. You would be able to catch yourself in there. And Dakota, specifically because of your, what is it called? Eyes of the Runekeeper, being able to read all writing, your brain / magical inclination is already customly attuned to how to pick up certain things from various different languages, specifically in writing form, of course. But so the way that Tra kind of explains the lip reading, especially how to, your brain is slowly starting to connect the two between lip reading and just like reading literally anything. It's all reading in how your brain processes
I mean,
things.
like, I guess because, like, shapes, like, will just, like, the different,
like
like
reading another
expressions,
language, yeah.
being like, yeah, so it's like, oh, I flip, that's the ah sound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are literally seeing their lip reading as words on a page, essentially.
Yeah, like a form of writing.
Yeah, because of that, you actually now, just from one, time withdraw, know basic lip reading, like random words every now and again, rather than taking 2 sessions. If you do multiple other sessions, you would actually be able to hone in on full sentences consistently. For now, it's like random words. But, fun note, you can do this for any language spoken.
Wow.
This was a good decision.
Yeah. Because for you, you might not even be able to understand most of the languages spoken, but you can read them. And as long as you can read people's lip reading, no matter what language that they are saying, you auto-translate it into common. Although, it doesn't translate properly most of the time, as very few languages do. So what you get and what you read is debatable, but for right now, you can at least get some words out of every sentence from any spoken source.
That's gonna be
Wow.
so handy.
To read anything is not something I was prepared for, but you know what? I'm leaning into it.
So, wait, hold on. Okay, so question.
Mhm.
If supposedly I was talking to someone and I did not understand their language, could Dakota just plug his ears?
I don't think you. Good.
If you just kind of ignore the words you're hearing, you focus exclusively on their lip movements, you would get like a word a sentence. Maybe.
That's better than nothing. I could train this.
You could.
Yeah.
You could train this.
I could learn every language. Or
Hone
It's
your
like
three.
having a
craft,
high
Dakota.
school understanding of a language.
Yeah.
Hey, my high school understanding of German is pretty good, all right?
Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
and when Sapphire rejoins, I'll also say try to offer the same class to Sapphire if Sapphire wants that.
Nice, nice.
I mean, dang, if we're handing off class features like that, maybe I should teach this person how to make a rune. Make a Rune Knight's rune.
You in theory
It would be-
could. Whether or
it would
not
be
they would be
really
able to do
hilarious.
it is debatable, but you in theory could.
It would be really hilarious to see more people making cloud runes. I think Zero will get up to a lot of shenanigans with that.
God. Alright, so the next couple of days pass without too much incident, just you guys teaching each other a few things, kind of learning the process. I'll probably also say, Cyril, you were interested in teaching Primordial, I believe, to a few of them as well. You are welcome to continue that if you'd like to as well for the next few days. Cyril will get 1 pip for mobile, just because it's relatively hard to learn. 2 if he decides not to teach Primordial.
I guess the question is if anybody really feels like they need it.
I mean, if you're teaching it as like a secret language for communication between individual party members, then sure, Gelmar will pick it up. But it's just like, if we don't feel like we're going to need something like that, considering we've got the message stones, it's probably fine.
Right.
Gelmar probably doesn't care that much.
At the very prospect, Tra's eyes light up similarly to Ania's whenever she's excited about something, but he's not going to press on it if he's the only one interested. But you can tell he's totally down for learning more languages. But he's gonna, like, not say anything.
All right then. I think if he doesn't say anything, like at the same time, like now I'm feeling awkward, and I'm like, no.
Just like,
Gelmar, to the training.
He'll put a pin in that for later.
They just like go on an actual race with Cyril. For like running with weird mean foot positions.
There's somehow a chicken that I didn't even know we had. Chase the chicken.
Find the chicken. Alright, so you guys are able to teach Joes and stuff, so you do get 2 pips, Cyril, to mobile out of 3. So next time that you are, actively learning mobile, you will be able to learn it as a feat. But yeah, so you guys, meet up with the, Big Bertha caravan that is coming out to get, some of the boar stuff. There are a few who split off with a second caravan to go get the rest of the material, as they assumed there would be enough for 2, and they were correct. They shimmy some of the weight onto one of their carriages, just to take a little bit of weight off of your carriage. So it's A, it goes a little bit faster, and B, it doesn't injure your wheels quite as much as a large heavy burden for too long. And you guys head all the way back into Harmonious Haven. Game back
And
to...
Trout.
Huh?
I was just saying Trout would be Ania now.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Let me adjust that real quick.
You don't have to do it right this second.
Yeah. But you guys do head back over to Harmonious Haven. And the journey is exactly as you guys would assume. Calm, quiet, generally quite nice. As you guys get back to Harmonious Haven, it is a... It pretty much hasn't changed since you left it. Very rarely does this ever change. But you do see you guys are coming from the north end, I believe. No, they were going the north end. You guys were in the... I'm trying to remember which direction you guys went. Was it to the north? Yeah, oh yeah, it was to the north, because both y'all went to the north. That's right, you guys fought the boar and the dragon. Yeah, so you guys are coming back from the north end. You guys do have to obviously make your way around a little bit to get into one of the areas, but heading down from the north end, you guys do have to take quite a large detour, or you guys can go straight through Harmonious Haven to get to the southern border for Big Bertha, whichever is your preference.
I think we'd take a direct route. We know or at least Sarah would suggest we take a direct route. We know that we're now kind of on a crunch.
It does kind of make sense as well, considering a lot of the boar parts are probably perishable.
Yeah. Alrighty. In that case, you guys go from the outskirts into Technolopolis, and then go around the Inner Sanctum. They don't want a giant boar carriage to go through the Inner Sanctum for obvious reasons. But you guys go through most of Technolopolis. You guys see the usual gnomish movements, a bunch of kids who are watching. It's not the most rare thing in the world for a carriage to be passing through, but it's always a thing of excitement for a lot of the kids as they watch you guys move on through. As you guys get down around to the southern border, where the kind of exit out into the orc quarter, you guys do see...
Weird... Can I ask a weird little question?
Absolutely.
Do the gnomes in Technopolis make fireworks?
They make something similar to fireworks. They don't work as well as our fireworks do, but yeah.
Alright. Then never mind.
You are 100% confident that they're working towards making a firework in the same way that we know them today. But right now, they're more like throwable firecrackers that explode violently into pretty colors.
Do they have something like a sparkler or something else that's just like meant to be loud?
They have a couple of those.
Throwable, colorful firecrackers. I am 100%. I am 100% leaning into Dakota. I am broke. I need a couple of gold, please.
It's just like
pat
down myself to check my pockets.
You do have how much do you have on you? You have like 15 gold on you. I don't think you've ever really spent money, to be honest with you, Dakota.
Yeah, I like to save for special occasions.
There you go, Grandpa. My life savings.
Casually sweating, having spent some and still having 33 gold left.
Yeah, if Ania hears Cyril, she's gonna like poke him and point to Galmar instead, because she knows.
Okay.
He's starting an unofficial horde.
Aldous
gonna
was
lean-
offered Cyril money multiple times, and he refused every single time.
Aldous grabs Cyril by the arm. You ask me.
Take the money.
That's not the point. I'm gonna go over to Gelmar.
Aldous starts stabbing Cyril in the thigh, just like, damn it, Dad!
Take the money, please.
It's just like in a hurry. I need like 2-3 gold now, quickly.
He's like reaching for his gold pouch and just like, wait, what are you doing with it?
Aldous
It'll be
trying
fun.
to climb on Cyril. Take the money, please.
It'll be fun, trust me.
Very suspicious. Not like it's not like he assumes he's up to something terrible. It's mostly just say, okay, I need more than that. Can I insight that?
Yeah, feel free.
Ania's
Yep,
gonna
still
like
can't read 'em.
hold up 3 gold coins, and it's just holding it in the air. Not like too high, but like high enough. She doesn't want she doesn't like flash 3 gold coins to the crowd, but she's just holding it.
He'll give him the no. Gilmar
see
will
the
give him
gold-
the gold. It's mostly just say,
Yeah.
something about this seems dubious.
If I see the gold, and I see Ania holding out the gold before Gelmar pulls any out, I'm gonna just spin around and like sweep the gold from her hands, pay you back, and I'm just gonna disappear into the market really quick, and I'm gonna buy 3 gold's worth of the throwable fireworks.
Oh no, where'd it go?
As I take 3 gold off my inventory.
Aldous just
Aldous
like,
would
what you doing? What you
stomp
doing? What
like
you
a
doing? You're just like,
toddler.
yeah,
She would
When he
stomp
said-
like a toddler.
When he said disappear, the first thought that crossed our mind is he cast Misty Step.
Ania
He
offers her
fucking would.
hand to Aldous. I'll take it.
No, that's not
no,
the point.
here.
Not that I
Gilmar's
wouldn't,
like,
but
no, here. Gilmar says anything gold. He already had his claws over
Beautiful.
to Nia.
All right, so you buy a couple of the handheld for 3 gold. They give you like a box basically with this stuff. They do warn you that they are semi unstable, so don't throw the box. It's like a solid box of this shit that you could just like grab one, yeet into
It's
the
like
air.
a
And
typical wooden crate.
yeah. It's exactly what you would imagine that they usually like move around and shit.
Yep. I come waddling back with this massive wooden crate in my arms. All right, we're good to go.
Hooray!
To the orc
What are you-
corner.
What are you going to do with those?
You will see.
That's the most excited we've heard Cyril in ages.
Gilmar just like already has a like a what's the word I'm looking for here? Like a PTSD flashback look on his face.
Beautiful. Alrighty. You guys get to the southern orc quarters, and there is Lisa Foxfang, who, as I said before, is approximately 7 foot 2 inches. So she's a little bit shorter than Gelmar, and I think about the same size as Dakota. Significantly shorter than Cyril, and quite a bit taller than both Nia and Aldith and Sapphire. There's also a rather large unsheathed sword at her hip. And of course, she is adorned with various tattoos, as you guys know of most orcs do. She looks over at Cyril, and as per the custom, she reaches out her hand towards him, then sees his box, then looks at Gelmar and reaches her hand out towards him instead.
Ania like tries to push Aldith forward for the handshake instead.
Oh, Gilmar gladly accepts the handshake, but yeah, or he went for it, and all
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm. Aldith, do you allow and do you have
Like-
to push you in front of the tall orc lady?
Like, it's not Big Bertha, but it's a nice tall orc lady who's very strong.
Oh yeah.
face is beet red. And she can't will herself to stop Ania, but also is trying to dig her heels into the ground. Like, wait, no, wait.
As you're like pushed right in front of Galbar, like Lisa kind of stops for a moment, tilts her head as she looks at you, and she's like, "Huh? Where's the other pretty one?"
That's evil.
She was called away.
Ah, I see. Well, good to meet you. As she holds her hand out towards Aldith. Aldith, have you ever met an orc besides from Big Bertha?
Not unless secretly she has in the backstory of your mind.
I severely doubt it.
In game, no, yeah.
So yeah, she just like holds her hand out towards you.
I'm trying to determine if Nia should warn her or not.
What do you do?
That's what I'm trying to decide.
Wait,
I feel like
she's just holding she's holding her hand out to Aldith.
Yep.
Yeah, for the greeting.
Mm.
I'm gonna turn and look at her. Well,
Aldith will stick out her tongue at Cyril and then look like super embarrassed at the very tall, very, very strong orc lady and just like grip at her forearm, not the hand, but her forearm, like preparing herself for something.
Alrighty, feel free to roll me a strength check. Or a strength
Gladly.
save, I should say.
Gladly.
Can I cast Enhance Ability on Aldith for strength?
You could, although you would know most Orcan practices would probably find that disrespectful.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I won't. Thank you.
So, you grab her forearm.
Great.
You're a pretty strong person, Aldith. Like you have 18 strength. You're 17 strength. You're far above. Ready. I was actually about to rage you. You guys get to see a very fun part here. Of course, if you guys want to see all of the stuff that we have there, feel free. We are about to wrap up. Otherwise, I probably would have done my usual shtick. But I appreciate you for being here, Ratty. I appreciate you for bringing community over. I was legitimately about to go and rage you after this bit of a sentence here. Yeah, it was. But, for all those who have no context, basically, they're inside of the southern region of my main city, Harmonious Haven, where they're talking to a bunch of the orcs. Aldith, that you can see right here on the right side here. If you guys want any information about each of my characters, you guys can, or each of my players' characters, you guys can look at the pinned message and find more information on them. But I appreciate you for bringing your community over, Ratty. You are absolutely wonderful, absolutely amazing. Cannot wait to spend next Tuesday, 3 p.m., 6 p.m. with the Rat Queen over on Escape the Backrooms. Check her out if you guys have not already. But Aldith here is doing a traditional orcish greeting with Lisa Foxfang, who is a 7'2" bodybuilder style orc warrior, who is exactly as it sounds, buff as hell. And for most of those who don't know, most people in this world, most orcs in this world are tribal. They're also survival based, so they don't wear much clothing, generally speaking, as they want to show off their tattoos, as the tattoos show who they belong to tribal-wise, but they also grew up inside of Kagar Waste, which is the southern desert, essentially. So the way that they do traditional Orcan greetings is you usually grab their forearm, which Aldous correctly assumed, and you pull each other with all of your strength into each other as hard as possible. And whoever is still standing is usually the one who gives respect, who gets respect from the other person. If you're both still standing, it's a mutual respect. If one falls over, it usually means that you are not lesser, but you have less strength, and therefore you give priority to the one who still stands. It's a whole strength-based culture and stuff. And so, with an 11 to her 20, again, Aldith, you are not a weak person, right? You have 17 out of 20 strength. You are pretty goddamn durable, generally speaking. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Because you're wearing your full plate. Her forearm is slamming into your chest with full force.
Come on, give me something good, please.
Oh
Fuck.
boy. So as you grab her forearm and she grins at you, and she has like two relatively large tusks, as she grins at you and pulls you with all of her strength. To your credit, you also pull her with every ounce of strength that you can possibly muster in this exact moment in time. Unfortunately, she's 2 feet taller than you and probably a solid 70 pounds of muscle heavier than you. And so when the two of you pull each other, you are quite literally lifted off of your feet, and like a battering ram, her forearm slams into your chest hard enough to take away all of your breath. It feels legitimately like you just had like a hammer slam into you as you like fall backwards onto the ground. As she looks at you, and her smile doesn't fade as she looks up and she goes, "Ah! I think I dented her armor. Sorry about that."
She's new to this. She'll get better.
I see. She looks over at Cyril. Which one? In relation to your previous message.
I point to I point to all this on the ground.
She looks down at
That makes it even better, bro. That makes it even better.
Aldith, you're desperately trying to catch your breath as your entire chest frame hurts really badly. As she looks down at you, looks up at Cyril, looks back down, goes, fledgling! Even more fun. Alright. Well, we'll get you over to Big Bertha. We'll get you over to the leader as well. You can tell she has a very thick accent. Her talks definitely do it, but she speaks common a lot better than most of the orcs you guys have dealt with. And she goes, and then we'll she looks down at Aldith again. Yes? No. Looking back up at Cyril.
Yes.
We'll celebrate! As she grabs Aldith's arm again and lifts her up from just a, like, pretty much dead weight, Aldith. She lifts you up all the way, like, swinging you upwards and plants you on the ground feet first. And she does this with one arm. In your full plate metal.
Aldith has the most dazed, but like glory expression. She's like, I have seen what the world has to offer, and it is glorious.
I have seen the universe, and it blessed me every second.
She'll wobble on her feet a little bit, but she has this big smile, super like bright red cheeks, maybe like the tips of her ears, like the pointed tips of her ears are blushing, and she's just like, let's do this.
She doesn't even know what's going on.
She's
like,
barely
I don't
able to
care.
breathe, and she's like, worth it! Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to explore what happens next. If you guys have not seen the rest of our series, feel free to go check out Tables of Tartarus. They have fought necromancers. They have fought pretty much the equivalent of, in some cases, gods. They've been inside of a dead god and have wandered inside of its existence and watched it die. While communing with it to a degree. They have gone and fought actual sins. One of them has a sin inside of their soul, and many other things have happened throughout this entire journey. We do have a sister campaign as well that we'll be doing on Saturday. So if you guys are interested in that, come check us out Saturday, 6 p.m. PST. Otherwise, I will be playing in about 3 hours. I'll be doing a spooky ghost stuffs. We're going to be doing a thing that I like to call Ghost Light Horror Night, which essentially I'll be bringing me as well as a couple of my friends over to the Discord to show off a game. This week is going to be Slender, The Arrival. And they're going to get to watch as I get spooked a little bit, probably offer some commentary, and get spooked with me. So if you guys are interested in that content, come check out my stream in a couple of hours. Otherwise, come check us out tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST, for the sister campaign, King's Kindness, with all of our friends and fellows, as they are inside of the Sin of Pride City, Hollow Haven. They are trying to find out how to kill ethereal, basically a god. If you guys are interested in that content, feel free to check out the other episodes as well that they've been a part of. But in the meantime, we're going to go over to our end screen and we're going to find somebody to raid. Thank you again, all my lovely players. If you guys have not checked out my players, please go check them out. They are amazing. They do some good streams. They do some good art. All the cool stuffs that we have over there. And if you guys are interested in more of my world, more of the other stuff that I have all kinds of socials that you guys can check out. And thank you so much for the raid, Ratty. You are absolutely wonderful and a bean. If you guys like seeing Ratty's content, ignore the ignore the ad message right there. We're going to be going before it's happening. But if you guys like Ratty's content, you'll enjoy most of my content and most of my friends' content too. And we're going to be with the Rat Queen again on next Tuesday. But in the meantime, we're going to do a raid over to my friendable Bendo, Yuki, because Yuki has a very similar energy to Ratty. She's very sweet, but more importantly, she's playing Terraria, possibly for the first time. And Terraria is a game that you guys know is near and dear and deep in my heart, because God, I cannot get enough of this goddamn game. I will 100% beat it once again because they released new achievements, but until that day, feel free to go check out my Vods of Valhalla gaming channel, where you guys can see my playthrough of one of the hardest adaptations to this game possible. We played Revengeance, Calamity, Eternity, Master Mode Terraria with Aura and Story History. So it was a good time. But in the meantime, feel free to come check out Yuki with us. Feel free to check out all the stuff that we have. Thank you so much for the check-in pixel as well. The check-ins are very welcome, and we have a whole bunch of other stuff, but we shall see more of you guys in a couple hours if you're interested, and you can check out all of our gotchas and the rest of my stuff there, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.